Hello, everyone. So, welcome back to Tapas Project Shaala. Today, with us here is Kartik Raman. He is a singer, a composer, an independent artist, a music instructor with several years of experience in the field of music and education. How exciting is that? Over the years, Karthik has dabbled in various forms of music, including Hindustani classical, movie songs, and music production. He has won the prestigious Tamil reality show Hariyudan Nan, telecasted on Jaya TV, adjudged by Padma Shri Hariharan, and was also a part of Indian Idol season 9. So he has released several independent songs in collaboration with various artists, including Padma Shri Shankar Mahadevan on the digital platforms. He is a music director and playback singer in Sandalwood and tours with Padma Shri Shankar Mahadevan and Padma Shri Hariharan in India and abroad. We are so glad to have you here at Tapas Project Shala, Karthik,
Thank you
and
so much, Shruti.
and we can't wait to hear you talk about how music and math can be combined, and how children, I myself, I'm like excited to know how music can make children learn math. So the floor is
Absolutely.
all yours. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Shruti. And thanks a lot to Tapas Project Shala for having me here. In fact, I know it's called Music and Math. And I was also listening to Dr. Rajeshri before me, and what a beautiful way she put things across. And I was listening to the conversations that you guys are having. In fact, I've gone one step ahead, and I'm going to call it music and beyond. Music, maths, of course, maths, because there have been a lot of researches which shows that people who are good with music, they're also good with mathematical skills and all. Just to let you all know, I'm an urban planner. I did my civil engineering, did my urban planning, and then I finally, I've been learning music since the age of 4 or 5. So I thought, no, I want to pursue my passion, so I came into music. And maths is not just about the maths subject that we see it as. Everything in a way, it's maths. It's all about the logical reasonings and the mathematics of it. So I'm going to call it music and beyond. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share my screen and share my views on certain things, and how music can play such an important role in not just making kids feel that maths or any other subject like geography or history, it's not boring, or it's not, oh my god, this is such a scary subject. How can we make music as an important tool in making things simpler, easier, fun, as an entry point for kids in schools, into these subjects, especially subjects like maths. And we talk about history. I mean, it's a strange thing that when I was in school, I was not much interested into history. But what I eventually ended up doing in my urban planning was that I ended up doing a documentation of last 500 years of the water management technique. So it was a huge part of history, and how things got integrated with the architecture and a lot of things. So it's all mixed. And I like the fact that Shruti and Dr. Rajshri were talking before me, that it's no more about co-curricular, extracurricular. It's all the curriculum. I think it's time that we kind of integrate everything together, and stop looking at things the way extracurricular. Oh, this is arts. Oh, music. Okay, fine, we can do it later. Arts, like she was mentioning. So I think it's time that we bring it together in. I'm just going to share my screen now, and uh, just a second. Yeah. Okay. And let's go. Yes. Okay. So, like I said, I'm going to call it music and beyond. And in that, I'd like to start with the quote which Pamela Brown said: "A child sings before it speaks, dances almost before it walks." And music in our hearts, it's in our hearts from the beginning. The best example that I can tell you all, and you all would definitely agree to it, all those kids, maybe who are in the pre-primary, 3 4 years old, or those who are in their homes, you would see so many of the kids humming rhymes, or popular tunes like nowadays, crazy shark crazy shark so they don't even know the language, but they're still able to kind of sing the song or hum the tune. Or for example, twinkle twinkle little star, how I wonder what you are. So they are able to somehow connect with the music or the tune even before they're speaking that language, or they're speaking things grammatically correct. So we must acknowledge the fact that music or art in itself is such a powerful tool. It's such a powerful tool that a kid who is 3 years old or 4 years old is able to pick up something so quickly, a tune like baby shark do 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 do. In fact, my nephew is just 4 years old, and he was singing baby shark do 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 when he was 2 years old. He could not even speak well. So that is the power of art, that's the power of music, that we must capture in our schools and education systems, so that we are able to capture the minds of the kids at a very very young age. Today my session, it's going to focus a bit more for especially those kids who are a little younger, because learning starts very very in a very very broad way at the younger level. See, because the kids do not have any barrier in their minds. Whatever you throw at them, they are going to grasp it. They're like the sponges, they absorb everything. So especially like I said, the younger kids, music makes a big impact. So that brings me to a very very beautiful part of my session, which I really feel happy about. And if it was an interactive session, and a live session where I could actually talk with you all and interact, it would have been really really fun. But I call this hello around the world. Now, hello around the world, in fact, let's just forget the world for a second, and let's say India. Okay, hello around India. Now, we have so many different states, so many different languages, cultures, and there are so many different ways in which we say namaste or a hello, right? For example, I just said namaste in Hindi. Now, let's say, okay, there are a few languages which are popping up in my mind. If you were here with me, I would have definitely asked you to say those languages for me and say the hello for me in those languages. But let's say we say namaste in Hindi, then we say vanakkam in Tamil, we say namaskara in Kannada, we say salam in Arabic, maybe sastriyakal in Punjabi. So now imagine a 4-year-old who is able to sing a Twinkle Twinkle Little Star or a Baby Shark do 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 do. What if I make a song about languages, and how do we say hello in these languages, and then just sing it to the kid? I'm very sure he or she will be able to pick it up. For example, let's say tum, tak, 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 namaste, namaste, says hello in Hindi, vanakkam, vanakkam, says hello in Tamil, namaskara, namaskara, says hello in Kannada, salam, salam, says hello in Arabic, Sat Sri Akal, Sat Sri Akal, says hello in Punjabi. That's the way we all say hello in India. Now, I just cooked up that song, right? Now, if this song, which is like a 30-second song, and you play it over and over to a kid, even if the kid is like in 3 years old, 4 years old, or 5 years old, they're able to now remember this song. They're going to hum this song because it's super fun and catchy. They like it. And once they like this is going to stay with them forever. They'll always know, okay, Vanakkam is in Tamil, or a Namaskara is in Kannada, or Hindi it's Namaste, Satriyakal is in Punjabi. So, see, this is a way to introduce language, introduce the language to the kid at a very very early age, an age of 4 or of 5. And by the time they grow up, they would not even have realized that now they are able to recognize, okay, something in a Tamil. If somebody says a greeting, this somebody is greeting in Tamil, they know, oh, vanakkam, oh yeah, I learned that song when I was, I was a kiddo. and that says Vanakkam. Also, it's Tamil. So with Tamil, now you have an entry point into, let's say, a different state of India, and then you learn different things, and I'll come to that later. So, like I said, this is a beautiful way. Music is a beautiful way to introduce concepts, to introduce subjects to kids, especially at a younger age. Now, let's come to the most, you know, like Rajashri doctor was saying that she was scared of math. In fact, I'll be honest with you, I'm not very good at maths. Not too good, although I did my engineering and all that. But when I was in school, especially I'm talking when I was in school, um, I wasn't too good in math, and my mom always used to say, Karthik, if you do music, it'll also impact the way you're doing your maths, and it'll help you, become better at maths. And there have been lots and lots of researches that has gone ahead and proved this. So what I'm going to do now is a very, very interesting thing, and I'm not going to bore you all with those, the hardcore mathematics things and all, but I'm going to show you something really, really fun. And again, like, I wished if we were in front of each other, I am definitely sure I would have made you all dance and sing and have fun along with me for this, the next thing which I'm going to play. Now, this is a dhol. I mean, who in the world doesn't know dhol? Everybody knows dhol, and everybody knows how peppy and fun and energetic it is. And we all love to dance and have fun when a dhol is being played. So I'm going to now play a dhol for you, and then I'm going to come back to this question whether maths and music are related. So let's go for the dhol. Okay, whosoever is watching this on the virtual platform, I want you to dance along. Come on. Oh, yes, come on. I want to see you all dancing there. Yes. Woohoo, come on. Oh my God. Okay. Now, let me come back to the question about whether maths and music is related or not. Okay. Now let's see what just happened. Of course, we had a lot of fun, and we were dancing and enjoying. Now let me just break this down for you and see how can we relate this to math, because this is something which we all love. We dance to it. I mean, everybody, I'm very sure everybody would have sometime or the other would have danced to a super duper dhol like this, right? Now, uh, I'm going to stop my screen share and uh, just break it down for you. Okay. Now let's say I do the dhol from my voice. For example, now this is a typical dhol pattern which we all just heard, and we all dance to, right? Now let's see what's actually happening here. And then suddenly in the video, what happens is this suddenly pick up the speed, and then tatak jingadum, tatak jingadum, tatak jingadum, tatak jingadum. Now, I'm going to break it down and tell you that whatever this whole pattern that I played or just sang for you, I can easily connect it. I can easily connect it with fractions in maths. How? Okay, so let me share the screen once again and then show you how we can connect this to fractions. Okay, let me go to the next slide. Oh, I think the computer wants to you to dance. Okay, so let me connect it to fractions now. For example, now the whole beat, ding tak tak ding ding tak ding. If I count it, see, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, ding tak ding tak ding. So let's see how many numbers am I counting in one clap. Okay, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. So I'm counting four counts in one clap. 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, ding gita gita jing ding gita gita jing. 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. But then what happens when the dhol goes fast? So see, ding gita gita jing gita ding gita ding gita ding gita ding 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 ding gita 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So I've doubled my number of counts in the single clap. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4. This is, I'm counting 2. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. When I did ting tak tak jing, that is 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. And then tadin tatak dig tadin tatak jing tadin tatak dig tadin tatak dig 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So what am I actually doing? Let's now say I'm going to count one count for one clap. One, 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 one. Now I'm going to clap two. One, two, one, two, one, two, one. Now I'm going to clap four. 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. Then I'm going to clap eight. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 1 1 1 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2. So what exactly am I doing? I'm going into fractions. So when we have, let's say, I make a sound. So I'm holding this sound for, let's say, four counts. Tum, and then I'm going to hold it for two counts. Tum, tum. Then I'm going to hold it for four counts. One count. Tum, 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 and then tum, 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 tum. So tum, then half. Tum, tum, then half of that. Tum, 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 then half of that. Tum, 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 tum. Then again, if I want to do half, I can do tum, 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 tum. So I'm actually doing 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 8, 1 by 16, which in music we call, let's say, a whole note is for four counts. So tum, 2, 3, 4. Then half of 4 is 2. Tum, tum. Then half of 2 is 1. Tum, 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 which is 1/4. Then tum, 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 1/8. Then 1/16. Tum, 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 tum. So if we are able to tell kids fractions like this with a dhol, I'm very, very sure that they are going to enjoy, and they'll also understand it better. Instead of, when we write something on a blackboard and say, okay, this is what it is, this is 1 by 2, this is half of this is it kind of becomes monotonous and boring for the kids beyond a point, right? And that's where, music helps. This dhol video, let's say that you play the dhol, they'll instantly be so happy, they'll instantly love it, they'll dance to it, and then you can connect it to a concept of maths, like like we just did fractions. So we did one, then we did 1/2, then we did 1/4, which is like what, half of half. Then 1/4 is half, 1/8, then half of that, 1/16. So these concepts are a good gateway of entering into the mind of a student, to make them like a subject, to make them like something like maths or something like a fraction, which they might just like, they might feel, oh my god, what is it, what am I learning now, it's so scary. So in that way, something like this really really helps. Let's go to a more interesting part. Okay, now we all know certain tunes. For example, if I sing la 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 la, you all know that it's Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Or for example, if I'm singing la 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 la, you all know that I'm singing Vande Mataram. I mean, I didn't even sing the lyric, but you were still able to catch the tune. You're able to catch the tune. So this is the game that we're going to play. Okay, and I'm going to play a tune for you all. I'm very 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 sure you all would have definitely heard this tune. Let me play this tune for you. Okay, now I'm going to stop my screen for a second and see how many of you got the. Archana Vijay says Airtel tune. Yes, Archana, you're absolutely right. It's an Airtel tune. Preeti, yes, Airtel tune. Now, this Airtel tune is something which we all have heard. Be it in the, when some cars have it in the reverse, when they're doing the reverse, they have the Airtel tune playing, and of course Rahman sir's tune. We all have heard it, and it's such a popular tune. Kids, they all remember these popular tunes. Now, what I think is, how can we take these popular tunes, okay, and convert it into a song for them? Now, let me come to the previous math which I showed you, fractions, right? That, okay, these are fractions, and how can a dhol be associated with it? Now, let me try and see if I can bring a little complex concept in maths into music. Now, how can I do that? Now, this is a very very popular tune, Airtel tune, right? Now, what if I make a song about the formulas in maths? For example, we all know a plus b whole square and a minus b whole square, a plus b whole cube, and we all kind of memorize it. We all mug it up in our schools. Like, even I mugged it up when I was in school, and we mug up the areas of different shapes, cylinder and parallelograms and rectangle. We all do it, right? But what if I make a song out of it? What if I make a song on a popular tune for the formulas in maths? For example, I have to, let's say, remember the trigonometry, the numbers. For example, what is sine 0, or what is sine 45 degrees, or something which is little more complex than fractions. So we can make a song from popular tune and put these formulas into it, and then show it to the kids. So what will happen is, see, now they don't have to mug up, because they already know the tune. So these tunes remain in their head. What happens is, they learn the formulas very 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 quickly. So I'm going to show you. I've actually done it. What I've done is, I've taken formulas, or I've taken, the sine angles cut table, and then I've made it into a song which is the tune of Airtel, the popular tune of Airtel. I'm going to show you how it sounds. Okay, let me just show it across. Okay, so let's say this is our um, a plus b whole square. Okay, a square plus 2ab plus b square. Now, generally when we see such things, this is our expression. Oh my god, I have to learn all this, I have to remember all this. Oh my god, what if I forget that what is sine 60, what if I forget what is sine 30, my entire sum will go wrong. But what if you listen to these formulas something like this? Okay, and I'm just going to see if my audio, if I shared my audio or not. Um, okay, 1 second. Oh, yes. Okay. Now I think you should be able to hear the sound. Okay. So let's hear this.
A square plus b square plus 2ab is equal to a plus b whole square. A square plus b square minus 2ab is equal to a minus b whole square. Sine 0 is 0 and sine 30 is 1 by 2 and sine 45 is root 2 by 2. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2. Sine 90 is 1. Oh, 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 A square plus b square plus 2ab is equal to a plus b whole square.
So that is something that we can do with an Airtel song. So imagine if all the popular music that we listen to, we are able to uh, convert that and integrate it with these mathematical formulas. How will a kid not remember it? And how? What's the chance? There's no chance of the kid forgetting it because he already knows. Oh, I know this song. If he has to remember the formula, what he'll do is, or what she'll do is, they will exactly breathe. Yes, you'll never forget the formulas. In the exam, they're just going to remember the tune. Okay, what is the tune? Okay, a square plus b square plus 2ab is equal to a plus b whole square. So now they know it. They just have to remember the tune, and instantly they'll be able to connect with that formula, right? So this is how we can integrate things, in mathematics. And these are pretty complex things, when you're starting to learn trigonometry. These are the formulas which you have to remember to solve problems later. So these kind of things are a good gateway to enter into little complex things, especially in mathematics. Now let me go beyond maths. And like I said, when I was in school, I wasn't too interested in history or geography. In fact, I remember the days when uh, what we were told is, like, if in a map of India, on the map of India, if I have to mark Delhi, what I will do is I have to bring a straight line from the top, the center of the Jammu Kashmir area, bring it a straight line here, and then bring one straight line from the other border, and wherever those two lines meet, that is Delhi. Now that's how I used to remember it. But imagine a country like India, which, we are so diverse, we have so many cultures, we have so many languages, our history is so amazing, such a rich history. We have a rich history of 5,000 years. We're not a new country. We have been here for 5,000 years at least. On papers is what we know. So what if we try to bring in music as a part to integrate these subjects as well? Okay, so I'm just going to take you through another journey. Okay, another journey, and see how different subjects across can be integrated with music. Okay, now music and geography, let's say, we are going to talk about geography, and for that I'm going to play a beautiful this video for you all. And I want you to very very carefully see each and every section of this video. It's a beautiful video. I love this song. And just see what all is happening in the video, and I'm going to ask you. Okay, so let's see the video.
एमपी में दिल हुआ बच्चे सा, मुगली के छोटे से कच्चे सा, शेर को मारे धप्पा, बड़ा सिंह संग संग दौड़े, और छप्पा 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 छाने जैसे पकौड़े, चंदेरी सारी के गुच्छे सा, एमपी में दिल हुआ बच्चे सा, सराफा बाजार चखे अच्छे सा, मार्बल पहाड़ चमके जैसे के चंदा मामा, मंटू का महल लागे जादू कारनामा, सांझ की शांति से सच्चे सा, एमपी में दिल हुआ बच्चे सा, छोटे से बच्चे सा.
Okay, now that's a mind blowing. I feel it's a mind blowing video about Madhya Pradesh, right? It talks about the beautiful things in Madhya Pradesh. Now, I want you all to think for a second, rewind in your mind. Now that song, it's anyway stuck in my mind because I love it. MP mein dil ho bacche sa dum taka chik dung dum taka chik dung. Now, if we see what all did the song talk about, it's just a 1 minute song, 1 minute, I think 1 minute or 12 second song. Now if you see what all the song talked about in that video, okay, let's see the different aspects of Madhya Pradesh that the song is talking about. Okay, um I mean, only if I could ask you to share what all did you notice, but that's fine. Some things happen a little better when we are physically meeting, but that's fine. So in this video, there were at least six things that the song told us. They talked about the Kanha Tiger Reserve, then talking about the Barasinga jumping in the forest. Then it talked about Chanderi Sadi, talked about Sarafa Bazaar. It talked about the marble rocks of Jabalpur in Madhya Pradesh. It also talked about the Jahaz Mahal in Mandu. It talked about the Sanchi Stupa. So let's say, for example, pick just maybe one aspect of it. Let's say Sanchi Stupa. Okay. Now, imagine if you were going to tell the students that, okay, today we are going to learn about the culture of Madhya Pradesh. That's a part of the geography lessons, and how we can integrate, history and other things. So, for example, Sanchi Stupa. Now, how did Sanchi Stupa come into existence? Then we eventually go into, okay, the Emperor Ashoka kind of commissioned to build the Sanchi Stupa. Okay, what do people do? What are the bricks used there? So you slowly get into the other aspects. Then you talk about Buddhism because it's related to Buddhism. So it's a gateway to enter not just into the geography. It helps you to enter into the history, which is, okay, this was the Empire Ashoka who did this. Okay, then who was Ashoka? Then you tell about Emperor Ashoka. So see, it's like a link, it's like a thread. You connect this thread, and then slowly you go into a direction, and then the kid is always going to remember, Acha, Sanchi Stupa, yeah, I heard that song. So Sanchi Stupa is related to, okay, who all Emperor Ashoka, okay, who was Ashoka, he did this. So it's a beautiful way of conveying something from the history, the geographical location. Like, for example, Jahaz Mahal in Mandu. Now, where is Mandu? The first thing which the kid, where is Mandu? Because let's say I'm a kid and I'm in Bangalore. The instant question will be, oh, where is this Mandu area? So then you have Google Maps, you have such beautiful technologies, you can show them on the map. Okay, see, this is where Mandu is, this is Jahaz Mahal. And this also helps the kid build curiosity, when they go out for summer vacations and winter vacations. And I'm very sure in some time that's going to happen more and more. Of course, due to COVID, that didn't happen. But when they go to these places, they're going to now mark these places which they have already learned, maybe through a song in the classroom. They can relate to it, they can learn about history through the song. So this was about one state, let's say MP. Like I said, India is such a beautiful country. Let's go into things we can learn about food. What is the food that's eaten in MP? And I love traveling. I eat a lot of food while I travel, and those who know me, they know that I do it. We can learn about the culture, history, monuments, Jahaz Mahal. We can know about the stupa, what are the musical instruments, for example, what was being played in this song which the kids just heard. So a lot of things they can do. Let me go from MP to, let's say, another state. What if I want to make the kids understand about different things about Rajasthan? So maybe I can start with the song like, "Oh, Mar Ramavare." Sorry, I have a sore throat today. आप पधारो सा, आओ जी आओ घूमरडी खिलबाने, पधारो सा घूमरडी खिलबाने. So this is a very, very popular song. A lot of kids dance to it. They've seen their favorite actors dancing on it, people singing it. So how can we connect it to, let's say, different things? Now you can see different images here. Let's say you have three women doing the ghumar dance, you have a puppet here, then you have this beautiful hawa mahal in Jaipur, you have the cuisine of Rajasthan. Now how can we connect it to the subjects they're learning? Let's say we talk about hawa mahal. Now in hawa mahal, we can talk about the monument, the history. Now who built hawa mahal? Why was it built? So it was basically built for the women of the Rajput Gharanas, so that they can stay inside the mahal and without any, because they had to wear gungat at that time, so they don't have to come publicly and wear the gungat. They can still see the streets from the Hawa Mahal. They can see the street. That was the reason why this monument was built. Now, when we say, okay, this monument was built, these are these many floors. So now we slowly enter into the architecture part of it. Okay, how many number of windows were there? What was the design? Because see, these are very very intricate designs. In fact, you'll be surprised to know that the physics which has been used in designing Hawa Mahal, it uses the Venturi effect. So what is the Venturi effect? Venturi effect is basically, it's the reduction in the fluid pressure that results when a fluid flows through a choke pipe. For example, this is a pipe. These are two sides of a pipe, and center may it's a little choke, so it's like a little V like this. So it's about the reduction in the fluid pressure when the fluid goes from here to here in the choked area. Now they use the same physics in the Hawa Mahal, and that's why it's called Hawa Mahal, so that the air can flow and it brings a cool breeze to the people who are sitting inside in the hot temperatures of Jaipur and Rajasthan. So you can connect physics to it, you can connect architecture to it, you can connect the history of the place. So many. Then we saw puppet or a Katputli. Now, Katputli and puppets are, let's say, 1500 years old art form in Rajasthan. How can we connect it? Let's say, for example, what the previous speaker was talking about. Uh, we can connect storytelling to it, and how in dramatics we can use the puppets, the Katputli, to tell a story. We can talk about the Indian folklores. These are very very important things. It helps you understand the country, the geography, the place, everything in such a beautiful way. Now, for example, a musical instrument. Now in a ghumar instrument, let's say sarangi is playing, so that's a sarangi being played. So you connect the music to the monument, the history, the architecture, physics. So see, let's say a kid is in grade 5, and if you have made the kid interested in architecture at this point, talking about Hawa Mahal, who knows, maybe in another 5, 10, 5, 6 years he's going to maybe opt for physics and maybe do it in a much more interesting way, build something interesting, go into architecture, go into urban planning, like maybe I did urban planning. Maybe they can also go, or they can go into the folklore, the storytelling aspect of it, become an artist, or they can become historians. So you're opening so many gates for the kids just with that one song, then relating it to different places, different geographies. And the best part, which I really like, is the food. I mean, India is a beautiful country. Every 100 kilometers, the food changes. And when you go to Rajasthan, you have dal bati churma, and you have haldi ki sabji, gatte ki sabji, besan. So all these then connected with the spices. What are the spices grown in that area? So it's all interlinked. This is all internet. It's not extracurricular. It's not co-curricular. It is curricular. You can relate it to things in the curriculum, right? So that's how you can relate song, music to all these subjects in schools. The other thing which I would like to definitely talk about is the values. Now see, of course, subjects which we are doing now, we call something as moral science in schools, or the morals. When I was in school, I remember in one of my I think Hindi subjects, there was a chapter which was about the dohas of Kabir ke dohe, which teaches us a lot of values and morals, and how we should live our life. What are the good things, what are the not so good things, what are the bad things. So these values of life, how can we teach this. Now, imagine if you're telling this to a kid that, okay, you're going in a bus, which used to come in our question answers, in our school days, like you're going in a bus, if an elderly woman comes in front of you, what will you do? And the answer is you get up and give your seat. But tell me how many of you see people doing this in a metro or a school bus or a bus? Very, very few people do it. Of course, people do it, but these are the values, these are the moral values that we need to learn. And I feel that music is a best way to teach something so deep, so philosophical. In fact, I'm not just saying it for the heck of it. I have myself done it with kids, and I did a workshop under my one of my things called Amol Vani 2.0. Now, what is Amol Vani 2.0? Amol Vani 2.0 is one of my endeavors where all the Vanis. So, India, we have been transferring our knowledge, our education from thousands of years. We said Guru Mukh, from the mouth of the teacher, through in the Gurukulas, like the previous speaker was also saying. So these are the Vanis, which are really, really amolya. They are unmol. They are just so precious that you can't have a value to it. That's why it's unmol. And why 2.0? Because I want to bring it in a really, really fun manner to the kids. So what I did was I made a song out of the Kabir Dohas, which talks about different values of life. For example, patience, for example, perseverance. But if I'm going to go so much deep and tell this to a kid just like that, face to face, they're going to get bored. So what I did, I made a song out of it, and then I made the kids sing it. And you'll be really surprised. One of the mothers called me some days back, and she was telling me that, Karthik, my kid, he was just 5-6 years old when he did this workshop of Amol Vani 2.0, which I called the Kabir Connection. And she called me and said, my kid just said today, no, in the song I learned that we should be patient. So I'm going to be patient, and I'm going to sit and wait for my turn. So these things are really, really impactful. I'm just going to play a song for a few seconds for you, so that you understand how can we do something so interesting for the kids. कबीरा 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 हो कबीरा, कहते कबीरा 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 हो। धीरे धीरे रे मना, धीरे सब कुछ हो। धीरे धीरे रे मना, धीरे सब कुछ हो। माली सिंचे सोगड़ा ऋतु आए पद हो। माली सिंचे सोगड़ा ऋतु आए पद हो। कहते कबीरा 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 हो कबीरा, कहते कबीरा 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 हो। कहते कबीरा 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 हो कबीरा, कहते कबीरा 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 हो। जिनको जाति पाया गहरे पानी पे, जिनको जाति पाया गहरे पानी पे, मैं बकुड़ा बुलंदरा रहा किनारे पे। मैं बकुड़ा बुलंदरा रहा किनारे पे। कहते कबीरा 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 हो कबीरा, कहते कबीरा 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 हो। कहते कबीरा 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 हो कबीरा, कहते कबीरा 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 हो। सा सा सरि ग ग ग म प म ग ग ग प म ग रे ग म प नि ध म प ग म ग रि स ग म प ग म प नि ध प ग ग म नि ध ज नि ध प नि ध प म प ग म प नि ध प ज नि ध ग रे नि म ग रे ज नि ध ग म प म प ग प म ग रे ज ग रे ज नि ज ग रे ज नि रे ज नि ध प म प ग प म ग रे ज नि ज ग म प म ग म प नि ज नि प नि ज ग रे नि ज ज ज सा 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 रे म ग सा 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 रे। जिनका सब गुना निंगे जो पावन कर होय, जिनका सब गुना निंगे जो पावन कर होय। कब बूढ़ी आँखें पड़े तो पीर गलेरी होय, कब बूढ़ी आँखें पड़े तो पीर गलेरी होय। कहते कबीरा 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 हो कबीरा, कहते कबीरा कबीरा
कबीरा हो कबीरा 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 हो कबीरा कहते कबीरा 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 हो कबीरा 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 हो कबीरा कहते कबीरा 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 हो कबीरा 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 हो कबीरा 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 हो.
Okay, so that brings me to the end of my session today. Big dhanyawad and thank you to each and everybody who is watching it here. You can connect with me if you want to talk more about things. And right now again we have some time to talk. You can connect with me on my channel Music Kartik, or I am Kartik Raman on Instagram or Facebook or anywhere. And we can talk about these things, and how music can be such a big tool to teach so many different things. And something like this, the Amol Vani 2.0 is something really really close to my heart, because you see these kids, please sing a few songs. Okay, Preeti, I think the last one I sang, no, for Kabir Connection. Okay, I'm just going to sing a few lines of one of my songs. Okay. Hmm. जाओ 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 ना मैं बोलूं तो से जाओ 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 ना मैं बोलूं तो से करत ढिठाई मुंह से पिहरवा करत ढिठाई मुंह से पिहरवा ऐसे ना सताओ जाओ 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 ना मैं बोलूं तो से जाओ जाओ जाओ. Oh, oh. That was one of my original compositions from Gharana 2.0, which is another thing which is something like Amol Vani 2.0, where I try to bring in the traditional music and the traditional songs in a fun 2.0 of that for the people who are of the Gen Z, I can say. So yeah, I hope that I was able to bring some kind of uh, newness into the way subjects can be taught through music and in a fun way. And I think the floor is open for quick question answer session. If you have any questions, please let me know. Yes, Ria, yes, classical music, and in a very very hep and cool manner, really nice, like how Kabir Connection we did, very very cool and a fun beat and upbeat things going on. So yeah, please do shoot out questions at me if you have any, and I'll be very very happy to answer them.
Wow, Karthik. The whole time I think I've
Thank
been
you, Shruti.
tapping, I've been, grooving to the music and enjoying it. And
Thank
all
you so
these,
much, Shruti.
we have known music, that will probably help children and adults, bring in confidence, bring in concentration,
Yeah,
and things like that. All this is there. But today we know for sure that music, helps children learn math, science, history, architecture,
absolutely.
geography, food connection, how many more? It was just mind boggling to listen to you talk.
Thank you.
Now the question to you is,
Yeah.
um, how do we get children to not just listen to music, but how can we get them to compose as well?
Good
How?
question. Okay, so the first thing before they go into composing is listening itself is the first step. Okay, the more they listen to, let's say they listen to 10 songs every day, just a hypothetical number. They're listening to 10 songs, and then they're daily listening to these 10. Then after a few times they get bored of those 10. They hear new 10 new songs. What happens is composition, it's like they themselves don't know when they hum. So what you
Mhm.
can do, for example, is just throw 2 3 words at them. Let's say they're playing a puzzle, just throw 2 3 words and say, it doesn't matter even if you have a similar tune in mind, what you're singing, can you bring these 3 words in that tune? Can you try and like for example how I did with Namaste? Okay, can you make a, tune with Namaste and Vanakkam and Namaskara, and you will be surprised. We think that they won't be, but they are able to. Even this, the younger kids, in fact the younger kids, because when we grow a little older we kind of get a little shy, where even if we have ideas we don't say it. So start doing this at a very early age. 5 years old, 6 years, just give them some words. Just say, okay, can you just hum something? For example, I am super awesome. I am super awesome. That's your line. Okay. You won't even realize they will pick up some tune from the thing they would have heard. They'll mix it up with something and present it to you. So that is the first step of composing. They get into composing slowly like this. And then, of course, just like any other language, they first learn to speak the language, then they learn the grammar. Same way is with music. They first learn, they listen, they enjoy music, they sing it. After a point when they start learning the grammar of it, then they start connecting the dots. Oh, this was what I was doing. Okay, okay. So that's how the composing aspect can be done.
Wonderful. I My niece, who is 7 years old now, she does that
Mhm.
while she's walking about, while she's doing something. When she's
Yes.
playing, she thinks she's like a Disney princess. One of the shows that she has watched, probably. She hums, or she creates music, and she. Sometimes we wonder if it is an original creation of hers, or if she's actually heard about it somewhere. It's nice.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
in fact, the thing which you just said, it's very interesting. They're in their own world. So
Correct.
we just have to throw some things, and then what they'll do is they'll capture it and make it their own. That's the
Exactly.
beautiful things
We've
about
seen that.
kids. Yeah.
We've seen that. So anything else that parents can do to probably get children more interested towards music?
See, what I feel is parents play a huge role, and I'll tell
Mm.
you why. Of course, the kid is spending, let's say, 6 hours or 8 hours in the school. Now, let's say for somebody like me, let's say, okay, I don't like football. Example, okay, I don't like football. I don't play football. But if you want me to get interested in football, first, what will you do? You'll just play a match on TV and say, "Hey, Karthik, let's just watch 10 minutes of it." Then, when you're watching and you won't understand the thing, Papa, what did they just do? Why is he not doing the goal this side? Why is he doing the goal that side? Then, so what is that? You are telling the rules. Then slowly
Ah,
you'll start getting the kid interested. Same way as with music. Okay, when the kid comes home, just play good music. And when I say see, no music is good or bad, but when I say good music, because
true.
for kids, especially, are there any particular genre of music? Yes, that's what I'm coming to. So you can play popular song. It's not like, oh my god, film songs are bad. No, see, Humko Man Ki Shakti Dena, that's a film song. We have been singing it in our school since I don't know when, right? So there are so many good songs. Pick up those songs and pick up popular songs. See, I'll tell you something. Always pick popular songs for the kids first to build interest. For example, this Goomer. Goomer is a very
Mm.
peppy, upbeat song. Play it for them. They'll start dancing to it. Once they start dancing to, now you have captured the kids' attention. Once they have started dancing, then you tell, do you know what is this? It's a Rajasthani folk form. First, don't go into the gyan mode. Chalo, let's go and sit and learn this. First make them really, interested by playing popular things. For example, let's say there's a Katy Perry song, and it applies for all kinds of music, English music. Now, Katy Perry song, lots of kids they love it. Roar. I used to
Mm.
bite my tongue and hold my breath, just to rock the boat and make a mess. So I said quietly, agreed politely. Now, of course, the parents might not know the technical musicalities of it. Now, for example, somebody like me, what I'll do is I'll convert it into sargam. Sa pa 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 ga ga re re sa sa, sa pa 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 ga ga re re sa sa re ga pa ga, sa re ga pa ga. Now you'll be surprised to know this is a rag in Hindustani music called Bhupali. So I've connected a Katy Perry's roar to a rag in Hindustani classical. So the barrier breaks in the kids' mind. Oh, even Katy Perry's song can be Indian classical music. Oh, that's great. So these are the things. Make sure that you're using the popular numbers. Make sure that you're not, and make it versatile. Not just one form of music. English song, rock song, popular song, Indian classical music, so much of beautiful music is there. Play instrumental music, let them identify what is this, ask them suddenly in between, so what instrument do you think this is? They'll randomly say guitar. Oh no, this is not guitar, this is flute. Then show them a flute. This is how a flute looks. So these, and now you have Google, yeah, just Google flute, they can see it.
Correct.
So these are the things which will help them to learn music at home, and this will push their interest.
True.
So
So you're
Rushit,
saying
hmm. Yeah,
you're
yeah, please
saying
go ahead.
there is no age limit to learn music, and through music, explore different types of learning for everyone.
Absolutely. So tell me something, Shruti. Okay, you are, let's say, a certain age. Your kiddo is, let's say, 6 years age, but you are still tapping. No, you're
Definitely
still, you're that dhol. You would have also danced. Your kid will also dance. So
true.
it doesn't matter. Each one of us would have danced in a barat for sure, right?
Definitely
So these kind of things, we take these things, very casually. We say, this is so fun. We can connect it. We can connect the fun things.
true.
So yeah.
So w- one thing. So
Huh?
there are two forms of music that the children at Tapas are introduced to in their master class. So
Okay,
can we watch these videos?
sure.
I think Preeti will help us. So
Fantastic.
at Tapas, what we do is we have master classes every fortnightly, and we get children listen to industry experts, if you can call it that.
Super.
So they have heard these people convert music into learning for them. So we
Mm-hmm.
really hope that we can have you
Oh
speak and
yes.
talk to our little young learners.
Why not? And I'm definitely going to teach them Kabir connection.
Oh,
They are going to
yes,
love it.
we would love that. And I'm sure the facilitators also will be, joining them with as much enthusiasm and, excitement.
Absolutely. In fact, I'm reading the comment by Ria, and she says, "I
Yes.
remember this when I was in school." The Kabir, because I was also. You'll be surprised, Shruti. When I also learned Kabir Dohas in school, but I just did not remember it. And when sitting one day, and I was thinking, "Arey yaar, why why did I not learn it in a way where I could remember?" Because see, this song will always remain with me because I remember songs of 25 years old which my teachers had taught me.
True.
So those songs, and they always remain with us. So if we teach them through something like this, no, they'll always remember it. It's just a beautiful thing, music.
Exactly, exactly. And the way you, you know, made the formulas into a musical, composition, I really like. I was talking to Dr. Rajshri. I really wish, music. I mean, math could be taught, specifically math, among the
Yeah,
other
yeah, yeah.
things. If
Absolutely.
music could
Means
have been part
imagine,
of.
imagine, Shruti, you have to remember A plus B. You just remember the Airtel tune, and A plus B whole square.
And I'm, instead of that grim expression on my face, I'm probably having
I-
that, that
yeah.
fun feeling in my mind. So
Preeti is saying, please sing Mitwa as a parting gift. Okay, okay, I'll sing Mitwa.
yes,
Okay.
yes, please do.
मेरे मन ये बता दे तू किस ओर चला है तू, क्या पाया नहीं तूने क्या ढूंढ रहा है तू, जो है अनकही, जो है अनसुनी, वो बात क्या है बता। मितवा कहे धड़कने तुझसे क्या, मितवा ये खुद से तो ना तो छुपा। थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you so much. I think it's been an hour and we did not even realize that go by. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Kartik, for being part of Tapas Project Shala. It was an enriching session.
Thank you so much.
I'm sure a lot of parents, educators, and us as adults do realize how important music plays in teaching young children, in motivating young minds to learn better. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
Thank you so much, Shruti. Thank you so much, Preeti, and the entire team of Tapas Project Shala. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye.